Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making this delicious meal, curry goat and rice and peas. For the coleslaw, I did a separate video which has already been uploaded, so guys please check it out. So in my bowl I have some goat. I've washed this previously with some lemon. I was not too happy with this goat because it's so bony, but anyway, we're gonna make it work. In my bowl, I have some tomatoes, I have some chopped garlic, chopped onions, chopped spring onions, and some crushed chili or Scotch bonnet. And also, I added some thyme, but you can't see it on this video because I added it a bit later. And all I'm doing here is just mixing everything together, making sure everything is coated very well before adding the next ingredients. I'm going to be adding some black pepper. I don't know the amount, but I feel like I added, I would say roughly a tablespoon, depending on the amount of goat you're actually cooking, and all-purpose seasoning. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt, not too much salt because I'm going to be adding a little bit more while I'm doing the tasting. And also I'm going to be adding Maggie cube. I'm just using one. I didn't use any more after this. So what I'm doing now, I'm just going to mix everything well together. Guys, please take your time when doing this because you want to make sure everything is well coated with the seasoning, because you are going to cover it up and leave it on the side for a few minutes. Well, I left it for a few minutes, but ideally it's something that should be left overnight so that everything is just well coated. So as you can see there, everything was well coated. Just showing you close up. So yeah, so just mix everything very well together. And yeah, and the last ingredients will be some curry powder. I add some here, but I think some people don't add it here, but I prefer adding it here as well. So I just mix everything together again, and then after that I'll be covering it with some cling film, putting it aside, and then just wait to be fried. This next step is called toasting. So what I'm doing here, I'm just toasting the curry powder. I have some onion in there and some garlic. So what I'm doing is I'm just making sure the curry changes color. So I'm just toasting it. It will look a bit like caramel, but obviously not sticky. So it will give you this dark color and it will look a bit grainy, and that's how you know it's ready. As you can see there, I've zoomed in for you. Make sure you stir it as you're going, don't leave it because it might stick. So my advice to you is to use a non-stick pan. So this is how it should look at the end. It's slightly darker than before. So now you can add all your ingredients in the pot. Once everything has been added into the pot, you're going to be stirring for 3 to 5 minutes. In the bowl, I'm going to be adding water, which will be poured in later on. So what I'm doing now, I'm just mixing the curry and the goat meat together. So at this point, make sure your heat is still on low. So we're not trying to burn the meat, we're just trying to fry it because we're going to cover it for about 10 minutes to let all the juice come down. And 10 minutes later, and here we have it. It's not ready yet, guys. So you can see all the juice has come out, which is great. This is what we're looking for. And some of the meat are already coming apart. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to add some coconut milk just to make it a little bit thick. You can go ahead and add some potatoes as well, or carrots, but I just prefer to add coconut milk. So once you're stirring, make sure you do taste to make sure there's enough salt before adding some water, because we're going to be boiling it for about 25 to 30 minutes. You will start to notice that the bones are separating from the meat, which means it's ready. Voila! For the rice and peas, these are the ingredients I'm going to be using. I am using basmati rice. Do not worry, all these ingredients are going to be written down below. So the first thing I do is I chop the onions and the spring onions and fry it for a bit. And I like to fry my rice as well because I like it to come out one by one, if you know what I mean. I don't like mushy rice or like, the rice pudding kind of rice. Yeah, that's not how I want it to come out. I don't like it too dry either. Just perfect. So I'm just adding some rice in, and obviously I'm gonna fry it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Not to burn it. Be careful not to burn it, and obviously your heat should be on low again because rice is really delicate, it burns really easily. So mixing everything together as usual, and then I'm going to be adding the red kidney beans. I use 2 kidney beans, 2 jar, is it a jar? And yeah, I think I used 3. I use about 3 because I like it to be saturated with beans. And I use 2 coconut milks as well. And finally add salt, your pepper, your mixed spice, your thyme, your scotch bonnet, and add half a cup of water, not too much because there's already enough water in the pot. So you cover it up with some foil in low heat and let it cook for 25 to 30 minutes, and voila.